Greetings from sunny South Texas. How are y'all doing today? Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Easy Comic Reader Variety Show. Yeah, folks, today's variety is going to consist of a couple of books that I want to feature, just single issues. I also want to show you some books that I'm going to box up for now. A few have been spoken for, and I'm going to get those out as soon as I can. That's Cheap Comic Collector, how long it takes me. But yeah, for one reason or another, these books are going to be sent off to people that will truly appreciate them and not just sit here behind me in boxes that hardly ever looked at, because there's so many other things that I want to focus on. And and as always, we've got a few surprises along the way. And of course, some great musical guests. And please stay tuned to the end of the show. We're going to have another sing-along. So I hope you guys enjoy all that. But for now, before we get back into it, let's hear a few words from our fine sponsors. We'll see you here in a little bit.
Oh, no. The trash bag boys are back again.
This is a job for
Heavy Hill, the garbage man, and his trusty steed, Trashicorn.
Hi-ho, Trashicorn. I make trash disappear. I pick up 3 to 5 bags a week. I'll be there Monday if nothing don't happen. If a bag busted, I'll clean it up before I leave. Ding. If I tell y'all to do it, I'll do it. Ding. I won't go out if it's snowing. Bang. I won't go out if it's bad weather. I put it that way. You people might know y'all's job, but you don't know mine. I'm a church-going man. Dang. All I ask you to do is pay on time. If you don't, I'll sick Huzzy on you. Whoa, Huzzy.
Thank you, Heavy Hill.
There's a cry across the heartland, a yearning for the days gone by. And in little old Corden, Indiana, they're happy and they'll tell you why. They got butt drugs. They love butt drugs. Butt drugs. Butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs.
When I think drugs, I think butt drugs. For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want hometown service and cheap hot coffee and liquor. Now that's the ticket. You can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where to stick it. Butt drugs.
We love butt drugs.
Butt drugs.
Butt drugs won't let you down.
Butt drugs.
Free parking in the rear.
Butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Never worry, never fret, cozy cow. a guy you won't forget, Cozy Cow. If other dealers you have cussed, here's a dealer you can trust. All you have to do is just Cozy Cow. Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot. Never worry, never sweat, Cozy Cow. He's a guy you won't forget, Cozy Cow. If other dealers you have cussed, here's a dealer you can trust. All you have to do is just Cozy Cow.
Well, chillin', I'm getting ready to show you some cars and trucks that are flat worth the money. I'd like to see the cotton picker that's got better cars for lower prices. I haven't met that man yet. Look over here. Here's a 1982 Dodge van, $64.95. Drive it 10 days and try it out. Here's a 1983 Ranger pickup, a Ford Ranger, $59.95. Drive it 10 days. Here's a 1980 Ford Mustang, $22.95. Here's a 79 Ford, a 3/4 ton pickup, $29.95. Here's a 1980 Ford Thunderbird, $39.95. Here's a 1981 Ford Fairmont station wagon, $42.95. Got a jillion up. Bargain prices, you bet your life. Low payments, you bet your life. Worthington Ford. We're at 2850 Bellflower Boulevard, Long Beach, open to midnight. Thank you. See you here.
All right, welcome back to the show. All right, so let's take a quick look, just a quick look at something that I found at Dollar Tree, one of my favorite stores of all time, mind you. But I love the Dollar Tree. You never know what you're going to find in there sometimes. That's where I get a lot of my little toys and things like that. That store reminds me of the 5 and dimes of way back when, TGNY, things like that. So anyway, here we go. Without further ado, spectacle time. We're going to take a look at, I found this about maybe a year ago, and I know they're still out there because I do see them from time to time. And that is Final Faction. Yeah, you can get a brand new comic book from the Dollar Tree. And what this book's purpose is trying to get you to buy the action figures that go along with the story. But here's the front cover, Final Faction, First Impact. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Back then, that's when Dollar Tree was still $1. I know they got up to $1.25. But I do like the front cover, but the back cover is even cooler, in my opinion. I don't know, something about just the way that monster looks. It says, be on the lookout for issue number 2. Well, fellas, I've been looking out, and I still ain't found it. But if you open it up real quick, you're going to find what they're really trying to sell you are those action figures. And, yeah, I did buy a few. I'm not going to lie. I bought a few just to, kind of hopefully they'll come out with more comic books. But this, of course, tells the origin of the Final Faction, right? If I remember correctly, it's a ragtag group of individuals put together to battle, you guessed it, all those monsters, which is another cool concept in my opinion. But, I mean, you get these, they come in a little bag, right? If I can find a good shot here. All right, just flip through it real quick. But if you've never been in a Dollar Tree, or maybe your Dollar Tree has missed out on some of these, go take a look. I know I sent one to Rob a couple years ago, maybe. By the time I found it, bought a few extra copies. And I think I still have 2 copies remaining. So, but what I do like about this is the best part, in my opinion. Y'all remember the ads from way back when? Especially the ones that, Mad Magazine would put out. You get some of those right here. Let's see if I can get a good close-up on it. But there you go. Disappearing Potion. Cola. All right. What is that one? The Inner Guru. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. So whoever put this together had us older folks in mind when they came out with these cool-looking ads. So I'll leave it there for just a little bit. But yeah, it's a fun book. But like I said, probably cost you $1.25 now, but back then I got it for $1. The origin story of Final Faction. So there you go, folks. If you're ever out and about and you see one of these, you probably already bought one. If you haven't, it's worth it just to kind of pick up for nostalgia's sake. So there you go. On to the next.
Hey, y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today.
Close your Onyx Communications and Hey Love Productions proudly present Hey Love, the classic sounds of sexy soul.
And love on
the moments, the stylistics, the incomparable Delphonics, and much, much more. You get 40 of the greatest soul ballads ever recorded.
Between love, you stay.
Not sold in any store, this exclusive TV offer is available only here, only now. Write this toll-free number down and call now to order this timeless soul treasure, taken from original masters. The Shy Lights, Barbara Mason, the immortal Linda Jones, and 20 more unforgettable soul classics.
Going in circles.
Remember, this limited offer is not available in any store. Operators are standing by. Order now before the sounds of sexy soul get away.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You've got to buy your own.
To order your copy of this classic collection, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-323-1400. That's 1-800-323-1400. Or rush $19.98 plus $4 shipping and handling to Hey Love, CS Box 3160, Department GG, Melville, New York. Operators are standing by. Call 1-800-323-1400. Satisfaction guaranteed. Order now.
Hot stuff. Hot stuff. Hot stuff. A little devil, that's hot stuff. Hot stuff. A little rebel, who's so tough. So tough. You'll never ever rough enough to fight the devil called hot stuff. To fight the devil called hot stuff. He's got a fire deep inside. A red hot temper he can't hide. A flaming anger and the pride that's never ever satisfied. That's never ever satisfied. Listen close and listen good, my friends. You better learn. Don't fool around with that stuff. Just like a match, he'll burn. The little devil, that's hot stuff. Hot stuff. A little rebel who's so tough. So tough. You'll never ever rough enough to fight the devil called hot stuff. To fight the devil called hot stuff. Now listen close and listen good, my friends. You better learn. Don't fool around with that stuff. Just like a match, he'll burn. The little devil, that's hot stuff. Hot stuff. A little rebel who's so tough. So tough. You'll never ever rough enough to fight the devil called hot stuff. To fight the devil called hot stuff. To fight the devil called hot stuff. To fight the devil called hot stuff.
All right, welcome back. It's story time, kids. I'd like to read to you from Little Devil Kids. Let me say that again. Devil Kids, starring Hot Stuff. This is issue number 94, right there. Yeah, so I thought I'd just read a little story to you. Hot Stuff, for first of all, is my favorite, absolute favorite Harvey comic, right? Little Hot Stuff. So today we're going to read to you Ready to Swear at Grandpa. So sit back. I'm going to turn this camera around and let's get into this. All right, here we go. Little Kid, Devil Kids, number 94, featuring Hot Stuff. And we're going to read today Hot Stuff, the Little Devil in Ready to Swear at Grandpa. Here we go. Oh, your Grandpa Blaze swears on all occasions and on no occasions, Hot Stuff. What's he doing now? Oh, he's making a recording of his swearing so he won't forget any cuss words, Aunt Clinker. That's old Grandpa, Volume 2, Part 1, Hot dang bucko ding dong bang gang 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 gang. Says, please see if you can take his mind off cussing. I never succeed. Well, I'll give it a try. But it's a tough assignment. Poor old grandpa. All right. It says, I guess cussing is your hobby, Grandpa Blaze. So different from my hobbies. Is that so? He says over here. So what are your hobbies, hot stuff? Well, come along with me and I'll show you. Gee, I've got to think of something fast to get his mind off of cussing. There's an idea. Bing. It says, one of my hobbies is to see how far I can walk with my eyes closed. Like this. God dang, I love these Harvey comics. Old grandpa says, man, I can do that. And then bam. Says, oh, you tripped over the anthill, Gramps. I sure did. He says, you stupid motherfucker, ants. And there's the ants down there. Ooh, what he said. I said, come on, let's get out of here. Oh, Grandpa, I miss you, Grandpa. He says, you got any other hobbies? He says, boy, I sure am glad he's not mad at me. He says, well, I got another idea. He says, yes, Grandpa, I like to count the number of freight cars on a freight train. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, I counted 67. Well, I counted 68. He says, well, maybe you're right. Let me have your fork. That's his enchanted fork. And then bzz, fazoop, whatever you want to say. He says over here, get lost, you blankety blank, goddamn bang dang ding. Cars. He says, hey there, now it makes 67. Soon. Well, another hobby of mine is listening to seashells and hear the sea. I'll give it a try. He says, here's a nice big shell, Gramps. And poor old grandpa puts it to his ear and whoosh. He says, I not only heard the see, I felt it. And there's old grandpa, meaner than a hornet right there. He's just cussing at the seashell. He says, some hobby, kid. He says, gee, I didn't know there was water in it. And there's old grandpa just walking away. He says, Gramps' cuss words are, he goes, Grandpa's cuss words are still in there. And you can hear the sea. Boy, I wish I could find one of those seashells. That'd be funny. All right. Here we go. Let's take it home, folks. He says, oh, here comes pretty Miss LaScorch in her nursery class. And Grandpa's still mad. He goes, an idea. He says, oh, Grandpa Blaze. He goes, another hobby of mine is to read stories to Miss LaScorch's nursery kids. Oh, Grandpa knows right. He goes, oh, let me do that. So here we got Grandpa. He goes, and so the bunny devil met the froggy devil, and he stuck on her, and he won't dare cuss and spoil it all. He. They end. There's you an ad right there. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. I miss my grandfathers. And those of you still fortunate to have yours, love them with all your heart. Thank y'all.
It's Boogie Dance Contest time. I've chosen 3 dance couples for our dance contest. I hope you folks at home have chosen the same 3 couples. Starting with couple number 1, we have Rui and Anne-Marie. Next, for couple number 2, we have Peter and Indira. And for couple number 3, we've got Elvis and Denise. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start with couple number 1. We're going to let our studio audience choose the best winners. And here we go with Rui and Anne-Marie.
Aryans, Cancerians, they're searching for the sign that goes to their own sign of the zodiac. Of the zodiac.
With couple number 2, Indira and Peter.
Gemini, Librans, Taurians, Pisceans, Arians, Cancer.
All right, now we're going to take the music down a shade, and we're going to let the studio audience choose the dance contest winners. So, remember, folks, be fair and applaud for the folks that you think were the best dancers. Let's start with Anne-Marie and Rui. Let's hear it for them. Okay, and now we move on to Indira and Peter. Okay, and now let's hear it for Denise and Elvis. So, sounds to me like our winners are Rui and Anne-Marie. So we want to congratulate these folks, and we want to say that for them we have an Elks gift certificate, and Elks style is style. So Rui and Anne-Marie, let's see more of that dance steps that you can do so well before everybody else joins in. Come on now.
Welcome back. Hope you like that dance contest. All right, so now we're going to get into the part of the show where I feature a few paperbacks. I love paperbacks, and we're going to continue on with some more sci-fi paperbacks. So without further ado, let's take a look at who wrote them, but more importantly, who did the art on these. All right, so we're going to start off with some J.H. Breslow. J.H. Breslow. Now, I'm glad I'm doing this segment because it's helping me learn more about the books that I already have. So we're going to start off with Interplanetary Hunter by Arthur K. Barnes. Get a close-up on that one right there, boy. Yeah, I dig that. And the subtitle says, Hunting the Nightmare Creatures of the Solar System. Boy, you got me on that one. Got a little horror action going. Interplanet. I mean, just look at this dude, man. He's running through that thing. Wherever he's running through, a little psychedelic action. Right? But that's a cool book, man. So again, J.H. Breslow is the artist on that, right? That little book in the back there. So that's cool. And also by Breslow, this one, another cool cover, man. Good gosh. This one is written by Andre Norton, Warlock of the Witch World. And again, he's got some psychedelic stuff going on there. He got some kind of knight battling the demons. And on the back it says, Killian, the warrior. He's untried witch. Boy, it's hard to read if you got these glasses on. Anyway, to burden the struggle that befell them, they're forced to summon the unrest powers in the battle to the match the alien and an ever-threatening witch world. So you got aliens, you got witches. Obviously, I have not read this one. But if you like cool artwork and you want to see some cool, I'll hold that up there. You can pause it and read it for yourself. When it was flipped around the other way, it was too dark for me to read. But yeah, I guess you would label this as sci-fi, sword, and sorcery. Science fantasy, if you will, right? That's some cool stuff. But yeah, J.H. Breslow doing that one. Okay, let's take a look at, and that one, by the way, 1967. And the first one I showed you was this one. This particular one was published in 1972. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this one. A little crazy for my taste, but it looks cool. 1974, E.C. Tubb writing Xenia. All right. Oh, look at that. Get a close up on that easy. I don't know. Looks a little horrorish to me. Looks a little again, sci-fi-esque. What's going on with this one right here? So this one is again by an artist we featured last time, Kelly Frias. Kelly Frias doing this one from 1974. Okay. All right. And again, I'm just picking these up because I've got tons of them. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this segment. All right. So this one is called Odd Science Fiction. All right. It's put together by a man named Frank Belknap Long. All right. So this is a compilation of some cool sci-fi stories, a little bit of the weird, but the only thing I could tell you other than that is from 1964, but the artist is unknown to me. If you know who did this work, please tell me in the comments below. I tried looking for it, could not find it. There's a back cover. So I dig this. I dig these kinds of compilations here. And then last but not least, we're going to look at the artwork of one Mr. Richard Powers. Richard Powers from 1969, Planet of the Blind. And this one was written by Paul Corey. Paul Corey doing the writing. But again, if you like that craziness like I do, shout out to Cosmic Brian, buddy. All these could be some cool album covers, man. Right? But yeah. And yes, I do buy I am a cover buyer for these things and the story reader later. Unless it's just an author that I absolutely love. Cover could be plain as day. I'll buy it and read it, but this is some good stuff right here, y'all. All right. So there you go. There's your 5 sci-fi paperbacks. We're going to switch up the genre next time we take a look at these. But again, if you're ever out and about and you want to pick up something cool for your collection, and you can get these less than $1 in most cases, I suggest you go start your paperback collection. There y'all go.
Just isn't right, Banner, for you to be the only one who knows the secret of harnessing the gamma rays.
Sorry, Igor, but the formulas are locked in my room, and there they will stay.
You fool! If you've made a mistake, you'll blow up half a continent.
Dr. Banner, the countdown has begun. Thinking with your fist is hardly scientific, Igor. We'll continue this discussion later. Just a few seconds left for the powerful gamma rays to be unleashed, and then... Good Lord! What's that? It's a teenager heading into the test area. Igor, halt the countdown. I must get to that boy.
Sure, Banner, sure. If you don't stop, it'll be the end of Bruce Banner.
You! Get out of there!
Cool it, man. It's a free country, right?
Quick, you fool! Into the protective trench before the bomb goes off!
Hey, bomb? I didn't know!
Meanwhile, with no instructions to the contrary from Igor,
5, 4, 3.
a finger presses the fatal button.
There. You're safe.
He's coming out of it now. Banner, it's a miracle that you're still alive.
How did I get here?
I brought you. I'm Rick Jones. You saved my dumb life, and you're the first one that ever cared what happened to me, Rick Jones, orphan. And so I returned the favor.
I took so much gamma radiation that something's bound to happen, but what?
When are they going to spring us, old buddy?
I'm beginning to feel strange, different. This must be the end.
And what's with the radio, Doc? All I get is static.
Well, that's a Geiger counter to measure radiation, and it's going wild. What's happening? Hey, you changed!
Out of my way, insect! Where am I? Why am I locked in here? I want out! 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 Out!
Hey, Sarge, look! What's that?
Man! Oh, little man! Have to get out of here!
Doc, wait!
Have to hide!
Wait for me! You saved my life, and now you need me! Wait!
Silently, the monstrous being that was once Bruce Banner crouches in the shadows.
Oh, welcome back. All right, I want to focus this next segment on Dark Lawn the Mystic, #1. All right, put out by PC Comics in 1983. This is a cool book. Why is it cool? Well, it's cool subject matter. It's Jim Starlin. And this is primarily a reprint of Starlin's work from Eerie Magazine number 76, 79, 80, and 84. Now, that originally came out, like I said, in Eerie Magazine, but it was black and white. But PC, back in 83, colorized it. Now, I know for myself, I would love to see this in its original black and white. I know that some people are not fans of PC's handling with the colors, maybe a little too bright for some, but for this one in particular, that pops to me, man. That violet blue against the pink, against the orange, really makes it pop. But I would love to see this in its original format, and this is what you're going to get throughout. Okay. I don't want to tell you exactly what the story is, but I read it. And you're looking at the archetype of the character where they're young, a little too much partying going on, not really caring about the kingdom until it's gone, right? So our character has a change of heart, and he pretty much makes a deal with the devil, right? He goes through a black baptism, if you will. And I really like this stuff, man. This is good stuff. And again, a lot of us are already Starlin fans. I mean, who isn't out there, right? But when you get something like this, and you can probably find it for not too much, right? Look at that right there. Where is he at? Heck yeah. Again, the coloring's not bad. Look at this guy right here. Color is not bad, but I would like to see it in its original form. And I believe you can. If you go online, I bet you can find a few downloads or scans of the original. But yeah, Eerie Magazine. Shout out to Eerie Magazine. There's other publications or other comics that came out during that time, right? So I just wanted to share this with everybody. If you have this in your collection, or if you have the originals, let me know. I would like to learn a little bit more about good old Jim Starlin. And I think this is a good place to start. If you want to see, possibly other influences on other things, I'll leave that for you to decide. Look at that. Right there. Look at that. All day long, baby. Great stuff. And again, I'm not mad at the colors on this issue, and not at all. Right? PC Comics, 1983. Dark Lawn the Mystic. It's got just about the right amount of cool compositions. Crazy. Oh, look at there. Look at there. I hate to give the ending away and all this, but I got to show off just these cool layouts. Deep thinking. There's a part in here where it kind of goes off. It seems like it's another direction, but it's just more character development, if you will. Boy, something about that guy's eyes just looking. Who does that remind you of? Right. In the comics, of course. So there you go. Great stuff. If you have this, you know how great it is. If you don't, I suggest you go look for it. As a matter of fact, I've got 2 copies of this, and one of those copies is going out to a buddy of mine who I know loves Starlin. Right? We've been doing a lot of trading lately, me and this old fella, and I believe I told him about this book a while back. But man, if y'all like me, you start looking around, start rooting around your collection. You move stuff around and you don't know where you put it from one minute to the next. But yeah, so he will definitely get one of my copies of this because I know he's a big fan. And there you go. Great stuff. So again, if you're into the sci-fi, if you're into just that really cool aesthetic of what the human mind might go through, what, development, and it's just a classic story archetype of, coming of age, if you will. There's Time Force Comics. Boy, I need some more of those in my collection. More great stuff. So there you go. Indie from the 80s, PC Comics, Dark Lawn the Mystic. There y'all go. On to the next.
At Memory Lane Publishing in Toronto's Markham Street Village, the antiques are comic books. Superman, Batman, Captain Marvel. And the proprietor is George Henderson, or as he's better known, Captain George.
I've been in business 4.5 years, and when I came into the business, the fad, or what you want to call it, was at its peak, but it's been going, 1951. But it was underground then. Now it's above ground. The people aren't embarrassed anymore about admitting that they collect comic books.
What would you classify as an antique comic book? What do the collectors go after?
A legitimate antique comic book is anything dated from 1945 to 1933. It's a legitimate antique because comic books themselves, as we know it, that sort of a comic book only started in 1933. So therefore, an antique, it doesn't have to be 100 years old. It has to be near the beginning. So 1933 to 1945.
And just how much do they sell for, these antiques? What do collectors pay for them?
Well, take, for instance, the Batman #1, which everybody talks about, everybody wants. I've gotten $250 for it. It's actually going for about $200 now, $200 for Batman #1, which was spring 1940. Superman #1, which was in the spring of 1939. I see low prices of about $125, but I also see where it's going for something like $300. It depends on who's selling it and who's buying it.
One avid collector is George Olszewski.
I collect old comic books because they're rare. They're interesting because they're precursors of the modern day comics that we have. And it's just sort of a collecting instinct. I like to have them. It's very interesting. Also, the artwork in comics is quite exceptional nowadays. I have seen comic art which would compare favorably to engravings by Doré, for example, in his illustrations to the Divine Comedy.
Rare comic books are reaching such value that collectors are beginning to have trouble with thieves. But as George Henderson points out, sometimes it's hard to get anyone to take the theft seriously. Stan Ranton, CBC News.
All right, folks. Here we go. Our musical act for today. Say what you will, but if you want to bring out your inner flower power, all you flower children out there, you're going to dig this one. Without further ado, please put your hands together for Liberace.
Slow down. you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestone. Looking for fun. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost. What you knowing? You come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. No need to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning sun drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, always groovy. Hey man, you're looking wild. You're gonna be slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestone. Looking for fun. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost. What you knowing? You come to watch your flowers growing. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Feeling groovy. Feeling groovy. No need to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning sun drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, always groovy. Hey man, you're looking wild. You're gonna be a flower child.
Let's join the game and sing along.
We got a song, feeling groovy.
Hello, young folks, what you shaking? I gotta try that scene you're making. Liberace's turning on. Doodly-doo-doo, feeling groovy.
So happy you learned your lesson for today. No rules to remember and no dues to pay. When you play the piano, just look up and say, Life, I love you,
Always groovy.
slow down, you move too fast.
Feeling
Got to
groovy.
make the morning last.
Feeling groovy.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Right now, we're going to take a look at some books that I've been going through my collection, and I've been paring some things down. I've been very fortunate to have received some really nice books from some really kind people. They probably went through the same thing. They probably said, you know what, I'm going to get some of these out of my collection and send them off to somebody that would appreciate them. I've sent plenty of books out so far. Not like a lot of you guys that have been doing it for years, but I'm trying. I've been making a lot of trades, man. As a matter of fact, old brother PSG, we're working on a big one. He's going to send me some books that he says, when I saw these, brother, they were you all day. And I said, well, I got some stuff that you might like, and I'm not going to show those. I'm not going to show that because he probably will show it on his channel. He's going to get about 300 books. But these are newer ones, if you will, probably from the 90s. I don't know what you consider new. New for me, still the 90s sometimes. And there'll be a lot more to come. These are just some of the newer ones, like X-Man. Nothing against X-Men or X-Man, but I did send a Psychotronic Squirt Gun a whole bunch of X-Men not too long ago. All right, there's some Vertigo in here. And like I said, a lot of these are from the 90s, 2000s. There's a few from the 80s. But I would like to get these out to people that would appreciate them or that just want to try them like I did when I first picked them up. A lot of these came from bulk buys that I used to do. That's one thing that when I got back in the books, I say, and I went to the comic shop and I noticed a lot of stuff is different about comic books these days. Because it's been a while since I picked them up, man. I stopped collecting like around late 80s and all the 90s. I missed everything in the 90s. I was not buying comic books. I was out there young in the world trying to earn a living, getting married, all that stuff. You know how it is, guys. And so I missed all that. So I've been going back and getting my fair share of 90s books. And when I got back in 2008, buying books off the rack, just like I used to when I was a kid. I'm just showing these. So if you need these, catch your eye, let me know. There's going to be some that are going to swag, and I'll let you know when I get to those. Yeah, there's Teen Titans number 3. So, Teen Titans number 1. I've got nothing against these. It's just that my focus is on, horror comics, Western comics, some sci-fi, some cartoon books, right? 1991 Legion Annual. That was pretty cool. And I'm not reading any of these currently, or I'm not pursuing any of these titles. So if there's something here that you would like, just let me know, man. It does take me a while to get books out. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, man. My work schedule and the post office do not seem to go hand in hand, and they close about an hour before I even have a chance to get out there. So there's some more Power Pack from the 80s. I mean, who knows, man? The people that watch this show, we all kind of like the same thing, and maybe these books are not for you, but if they are, please reach out to me at easycomicreader@gmail.com. easycomicreader@gmail.com. There's some more of those X books, man. I sent a whole bunch to Aaron. He wanted. I didn't just dump them on him. He says, yeah, I'll take those, man. This is that one that features all the trading cards, right? So if you want this one, man, that's a pretty nice one. But again, for me, X-Men is a title that's very cool. I've read a lot of X-Men, but I mostly read X-Men on a digital, on the Kindle. So that way it's easier for me to put together all the stories that I'm interested in one shot. I don't have to spend a big amount of money on some of those books. So there's a cable. Yeah, speaking of X-Men, I got one of the, what do they say, 8 million copies that was printed. You can have that one. There's some more Power Pack. Yeah, so like I said, I've sent out books to several of you, and maybe not, I need to do better on AOKs and things like that. There's some folks that sent me some really cool stuff that I'm still waiting. Man, I want to know, what do you need? I got old Ranger in mind. I got some nice books to send her, and they're not comic books. They're comic related, but they're not comic books. But I'm just waiting on Ranger. Maybe Ranger, you want some of these. Yeah. Just let me know if you watch Ranger. Let me know if you need any of these Sleepwalkers. Sleepwalkers I do collect, but these are our doubles. There's a shiny one. That one's definitely going to Brother Swag if he doesn't already have it. Okay. And like I said, as I go through my books, I'll make this a regular segment. of titles that I am more than willing to send out and share the love with you guys, right? These books deserve to go into somebody's collection that will truly appreciate them and not just, hoard them because I need to send these back out into the universe, right? There will definitely be some older books coming up later. These are for me really not too difficult of a task to say, yeah, you can and I know that sounds kind of bad, but at the same time, I know some of you do like these. Like, for example, here's a Ultimate Team Up #1. When I got back into reading in 2008, I did not know about an Ultimate Universe. I just thought, well, that's a Spider-Man comic. That looks cool. I'm going to get it. I didn't know there was an Ultimate Universe. I didn't know things were slightly different. So I'm letting go of those. And I've already let go of a lot. I'm going to send Brother PSG a whole bunch of these. All right. Here's another Fantastic Four. Right. So, like I said, I want to do my part and share just like it's been shared to me. If you want to wait around for some older books, that's gonna be a while. Not gonna lie. So those older books, man, that is what makes my heart pitter patter, skip a beat, if you will. These, like I said, I've read them, and just not for me at this time. Who knows? Maybe 10 years down the line, I'm gonna say, dang, I had all these cool books, but that's not what it's about. It's about sharing, just like people have shared with me. It's about letting go of books that maybe for one reason or another, they're just not fitting what you are looking for at the time. And I would like to share those with somebody out there. No strings attached, just got to be patient and give me time to get them out to the mail. For those of you that have sent me stuff, I greatly appreciate it. Those will never leave my hands, not for one reason or another, man. No, but down the road, like I said, there's gonna be some newer older books that I'm gonna say, you know what, I've read them, I enjoyed them, but there's somebody out there that really, really would appreciate them. So that's it for now on that segment. Like I said, those are some newer ones. I've got a bunch more that I need to go through, that I need to, say, I'm going to give this one specifically to some person or things like that. So I do appreciate you sitting through that. And like I said, easycomicreader@gmail.com if you would like to stake claim to some of those books, just not the shiny ones. Those are going to Brother Swag. And Swag right behind me, brother. I've got some more with your name on it. So on to the next. Here we go.
Boogaloo is probably one of the hardest dances in the world. I used to get dizzy doing it. And I'll go right straight through the dances and give you a variation. It'll blow your mind.
And when your thing is all messed up,
I used to do a little trap dancing too.
So
Boogaloo. Funky chicken. The old James Brown. Mashed potatoes. And camel walk. I did this in the Tammy show. Also, robot. Oh, get down. Soul Train.
really smart.
To see. Come on and take a chance and get up with this dance. Baby, baby, when you do that slide, your arms are wasted waving in the sky. Come on and hold me like a lover should.
What you see makes you feel so good.
What to see? Oh, baby, it's the dance made up for romance. Baby, baby, that's the way it goes. Nothing happens when you mash potatoes. I just gotta fall in love with you.
What you see is the dance to do.
What to see? Come on and take a chance and get up with this dance. What to see? Oh, baby, it's the dance made up for romance.
All right, there you go, folks. Come to the end of another easy comic reader variety show. I want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting me through this. I'm trying to keep things just a little bit off the beaten path on a lot of these things. Some of the books that I show you, some of the books, you all know and love very well. And like I said, it's really fun doing these. It's really fun hanging out. And I'm signing off, but we're going to have ourselves a nice, peaceful, no Liberace on this one, but a nice, peaceful song. You probably heard this song in a commercial way back in the day, but it's good feelings, and that's what we all need these days, just a good feeling. So I'm going to sign off, but you stick around. Strum a guitar if you want to on this one. But that's it for me, folks. Thank you. Enjoy y'all's week, and I do appreciate you watching the Easy Comic Reader Variety Show. Y'all take care out there.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo through the hills, oh, be throughout the land. That's the song I hear. Let the world sing today. Put your hand in my hand. Let me find a way.